Survival games are meant to be played slowly and enjoy the journey. While some players like to rush and speedrun towards the endgame, most enjoy the slow, methodical solo experience. In this video I will show you the easiest but strategic way to reach aluminum progression and build your first Ornithopter as a solo player. If you are a solo adventurer like myself, consider subscribing for more solo survival tactics. When you first create your character, the game spawns you in the Haga Basin South region, which is considered the starter zone. This is the part of your progression when you should learn the game, all the mechanics, get used to travel and combat, so taking your time in this zone is essential. But your ultimate goal is to craft a sand bike and leave Haga Basin South. If you follow the storyline tutorial, the game will teach you everything you need to know and lead you all the way towards building a sand bike and leaving Haga Basin South. When building your first base, I would recommend building it in the north part close to the Griffin Reach trade post. Do not spend too much time perfecting the base, just something that will keep you sheltered. At the trade post, grab all the contracts and complete them, while also on your way grabbing all the essential unique schematics. You can watch my previous video to find their locations. After that, pack everything you have into your sand bike and head north to Vermilia's Gap. Your second base should also be on the north part of the region, as it will give you easy access to the next tier resources. This base is going to be your main base for the majority of mid-game progression. Your main goal in Vermilia's Gap is to improve your character in every way possible. This means grabbing important gear, claiming intel for research, improving your skills, farming materials, water, and improving your base. You will want to skip building any standard gear and weapons with iron, as the ones you grabbed in the starter zone will be strong enough to keep you towards the steel progression. I do recommend that you grab a pseudopulse sword regardless of the build, as this sword will be with you until you reach aluminum progression. I recommend checking out the Dune Gaming Tools website, as it has a database of every single item and unique schematics with their location listed. All you do is select items, then select the type of item, which tier, and it lists every single item available in the game, all the materials needed to craft, and location where to find them. This website helped me build the best fully unique tier 4 gear without wasting time exploring everything myself. Once you unlock steel progression, it's going to be time to focus on farming as much iron ore, carbon ore, and water, mainly due to large amounts of iron and steel ingots needed to build literally everything. Every piece of gear, any survival items or vehicle parts, starting from steel, require their own fabricators. At this point I would swap to slaver heavy gear and craft any weapons that you think will improve your build. Improve all the utility items like cutaway, blood bags, blood extractors, sight dew, and build all the machinery available. Water is going to be the biggest bottleneck at this point, so always carry several blood bags that you can fill up when you go out to farm. If you built your base around this area, this was my go-to spot for farming carbon ore. To get cobalt paste, go into the Haga rift inside the canyon and farm these pink ores. Eventually, with collecting intel points, completing contracts, and clearing Imperial testing station, you will have spent enough research points to unlock aluminum progression, which is the final part and beginning of endgame. Your first goal is going to be moving the main base towards aluminum rich areas. Everything in your previous main base in Vermilia's Gap can be demolished and you will get all the resources back. I strongly recommend that you move your main base toward the northwest part of western Vermilia's Gap, as this location gives you the best route with sandbike to farm aluminum. You have these two routes that you can keep going back and forth to farm. To farm aluminum you will need cutaway. If you are feeling it, you can build your main base more up north in these rocky areas like I did. Your main goal will be farming for Ornithopter, because trust me, once you unlock it and build it, everything becomes 100 times easier. Completing trials, completing contracts that are on the other side of the map, and most importantly farming to gear yourself up and improve your base. The best part is that aluminum ingot doesn't require any previous lower tier ingots, so all you need is massive amounts of water and aluminum ore. First you'll want to build a medium ore refinery, which requires steel ingot and cobalt paste and complex machinery, which is everything you should already have. On the screen you can see everything you need to build an Ornithopter, so let's go by order. 90,805 water is needed, which includes all the water needed to craft aluminum ingots and cobalt paste. The best way to get water is by finishing the Fremen storyline, which are all 7 trials of Akal and the final one straight after. This will unlock the Fremen dead still, which allows you to put corpses in, and after 1 hour you get 25,000 water. So with the 2 dead stills in 2 hours you can have enough water. The second best way is going out in the world, killing enemies and farming blood, while the third best way is using Sight Dew and going to this spot to harvest water during night. This third method will require a few Deca litter jones, which are crafted with aluminum ingots, as they can carry 10,000 water, so not necessarily worth it. To craft 384 aluminum ingots you will need 2,688 aluminum ore. With a sand bike, make sure you have a storage utility part, where with 1 run you can bring back around 700 to 800 aluminum ore. To speed up the process of crafting aluminum ingots, as it is very slow, build up a second medium ore refinery with steel ingots. To craft 146 cobalt paste, you need 438 Atreides crystals, which you can very easily grab with 1 run. The only problem is that it requires a bit of travel time, as these crystals are only on 1 spot. Advanced servox and particle capacitors can be obtained in Imperial testing stations, which you should have plenty of, but if not you can purchase them for Solari at any trade post. Armor plating is also very easily obtainable through various activities, and you should have more than enough, and you can also buy it at the trade post. Complex machinery can be obtained in Vermilia's Gap Ironworks. The best spot is next to the place where I mentioned to build a base, but if you don't want to farm it, you can also buy it at any trade post. Holtzman actuators are obtained by cutting crashed ornithopters among other activities, or can be bought at any trade post. Diamondine dust and carbide scraps can also be bought at trade posts, but I strongly recommend that you go to Miss Atariel, clear it all out, as the final room has a chest that drops the best tier 4 long blade, Spark Sword, which does 76.5 damage per hit, and it can one-shot all the enemies. But if you're not feeling strong enough, then you can buy the materials. Industrial pumps can also be bought at trade posts, or you can just do 1 run of Sentinel City and you will have more than enough. Now that you have all the materials, it's time to craft all the parts and assemble it. Or you can go the easier route but very grindy, by simply going to Anvil Post in Vermilia's Gap and grinding the contracts for either Atreides or Harkonnen NPC that will improve your reputation. Once you reach level 4, and trust me, it takes a long time just farming and not doing anything else, you can buy all the Ornithopter parts for 125,000 Solari in the social hubs. But like I said, playing slowly and strategically, you do all the other things that are related to the game, and you also get to improve your character, you improve your base, and at the end you finally get the Ornithopter. So at your base you will need quite a large area to park the Ornithopter. You can take inspiration from my base and how I made the parking spot for it, but if you're more creative, just go for whatever works for you. Make sure you have also crafted the storage unit on it. Ornithopter is literally the biggest game changer when it comes to playing the game and progressing. Flying it for the first time might feel scary and hard, but all you need to know is that your jump button, Ornithopter goes up, your crouch button, it goes down. Press shift to go into vulture mode, which is going to feel scary the first time as you might think you're gonna crash, but just let the Ornithopter nosedive and balance out on its own. You can also use your mouse to steer it in all directions and add speed or altitude by looking up or down. You have the ability to reach the opposite side of the map in less than 3 minutes, which allows you to freely complete all the contracts, complete the story, farm gear and farm materials. With it you will be able to snowball your solo progression in hours. After Ornithopter, your goal should be MK4 Buggy, as it will allow you to farm over 3000 aluminum ore per 1 run, which is usually 10 to 15 minutes. But let me show you my favorite farming route with an Ornithopter. If you need aluminum and carbon ore, simply fly to these rocks and then move from one rock to the other. The amount of nodes you can find here is actually insane, and you honestly can't find that many in small areas anywhere else. And if you need iron ore, quickly fly down to the Vermilia's Gap and grab the ore there. Now with the Ornithopter there are no rules, there is no best way to play or farm. Now your ultimate goal is to get the best tier 4 aluminum gear, improve your base, get your advanced skills unlocked, and you are ready for the ultimate end game, which is Deep Desert. I am playing solo, so I have not yet been in the Deep Desert, but I'm getting my base and my character fully sorted with aluminum, and once I'm ready, it will be time to farm for Mark 5 and Mark 6 gear fully solo. I will be documenting my journey and making guides and videos on how you can completely and solo farm the Deep Desert. And if you're interested in seeing my journey in the Deep Desert as a solo player, consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and watch some of my other videos appearing on your screen.